What is up, people? Shoquafina here, bringing you the very first battle in the GPL for your Lake Huron Lanturns as we take on the Chelseel and their coach Glasswings. Now, as you can see from the team here, I predicted a lot of what I thought he was going to bring. If you want to go back and check out the team builder, I go over that more in depth. But yeah, I knew the Landorus was coming, I knew the Rotom was coming, I knew the Absol was coming, I knew the Metagross was coming. The Shaman kind of surprised me a little bit because I do have a lot of responses for it. But I know it does carry Dazzling Gleam, things like that, so I really shouldn't be too surprised because I have the Mega Altaria. And I had a feeling Togetic would be coming, but I'm really surprised not to see Arcanine to be 100% with you guys, because it's a really good check to Mega Altaria and to, you know, Scolipede and even Crobat with that Intimidate drop. But, yeah, so I'm really confused why I didn't bring that. I'm really hoping he leads with Landorus here, like I said in the team preview. My dedicated lead is Kecleon. Kecleon beats Landorus 1v1, believe it or not. And let's just hop right into this. I'm hoping he leads Landorus, but as you see, he obviously doesn't. He leads with the Rotom. I just go for the Fake Out here just for damage to see what that does. Turns out this is a physically defensive Rotom because that did not do nearly as much as it needed to. He goes for the Volt Switch. I was hoping for a Hydro Pump, maybe to eat it up. But we can see that does quite a bit of damage. I'm just going to hard switch out of here into my Altaria. Seed Flare does absolutely nothing. And his Dazzling Gleam after Mega Evolution will do absolutely nothing as well because I am specially defensive. I can just roost off that damage if I wish. I hit it with the Hyper Voice. You see now he does another Dazzling Gleam. Here's the roost, like I said. He takes a lot from a Hyper Voice, and he obviously goes into his Metagross here, which is his reliable check for Altaria. Iron Head doesn't even do half the DJ Loud noise. He switches out on the Iron Head, and as you see I went for Fire Blast there, but he switches out on the Iron Head, which leads me to believe that it is choiced in some way. In checking the damage, it didn't look like it did anything that a band would do, so I'm assuming Metagross is Choice Scarf. I'm assuming he's Choice Scarf. And as you can see, the Fire Blast did a tremendous amount there to the Shaman. Another one takes it out. He misses Seed Flare, unfortunately for him, but it is, you know, Seed Flare. So he goes into Mega Absol. I just hard switch it to Puff Daddy here. He's going to go for the knockoff, which I predict, and it doesn't do hardly anything. And then he just hard switches out into this egg thing, and it takes a good amount of damage from that Dazzling Gleam. He's going to go for the Yawn, try and get me out of there. I get a Toxic off on him, which is very good because obviously it's a wall. Goes for another Dazzling Gleam. Only does 18% to Vaporeon. I'm still over half. This thing's getting worn down pretty well. I predicted it to have the Roost. I'm just going to go for the Wish here. I predicted it to have the Roost, so Toxic would be really good for me. He goes for the Thunderbolt. I'm going to get the Wish back up here with DJ Loud Noise. And look how much this Boom Burst does after the Thunder Wave. Look at that damage. Oh, Choice Specs Boom Burst, man. Okay, there's the Thunderbolt there, and Boom Burst is going to take out the Voltergeist. Unfortunately, I'm paralyzed, so I'm really not going to be able... Yeah, there's the Iron Head. I'm really not going to be able to deal with this team anyway, so I just sack it off. I go for the Fake Out here. I don't know what my plan was, really. Fake Out, then Sucker Punch. I was hoping that'd be enough to take it out, but it really wasn't. He's going to Iron Head me, almost take me out, and he's just going to hard switch now into his Absol on my Shadow Sneak. I'm going to do 22% to the Absol. And I just go for it again because I'm like, I really don't have a play to switch here. I know he's going to go for the Swords Dance. I know he's going to go for the Swords Dance. So I send in Crobat here. Crobat is the only Mon on my team that had a chance at the range it was at to live a +2 Sucker Punch. The only Mon on my team. If it lives, I kill his Absol. If it doesn't, I pretty much lose. So let's just find out what happens. Sucker Punch, die. That, yeah, I calced it. I calced max attack +2 Mega Absol against the Crobat of this specific spread here, Banded Crobat. I think it had like a 70% chance to OHKO with a Sucker Punch, so there's a slight chance I lived that. I really had to play off of that. If I was really thinking, I would have probably tried to stall him on sucker punches by switching around. But even then, I think he got wise eventually, and I don't think I would have been able to really keep doing that. So the only way I can win now is if I get pretty cheeky, stall him out, and maybe get lucky with a Mega Horn from Scolipede. So I go right into Scolipede here. I protect to get rid of one of those sucker punches. And I'm just going to hard switch out into H2Oga. He goes for another sucker punch. I'm starting to wear him down. I'm just going to stay in here. He goes for the knockoff. I didn't want to take a knockoff on anything else. I'm going back into Petey. He goes for the sucker punch there. I was hoping that he would predict my protect and not want to go for sucker punch, and then let me hit the Mega Horn and kill him. But obviously he has sucker punches to spare, so he's going to use them while he can. And yeah, I'm going to get swept by this Absol here. Play rough. 100% of the time knocks me out. The only thing I could really hope there for was a miss. So yeah, we pick up a 4L loss in our very first match. But it was a lot closer than what it actually was. I had quite a bit of momentum there for a little bit until this thing set up a Nesty in Kecleon's face. Taking out that Metagross basically was pretty key for me. Didn't see the Landorus once. I prepped so much for that Landorus, it never came out once. I think that was really my downfall, was I over-prepped for the Landorus and didn't really prep too much for SD Absol. If I was thinking, I should have brought Focus Sash on my Scolipede, because if I did, I would have just taken this thing out easily. And I don't think he had any more priority on his team. Focus Sash procs, Mega Horn, that KOs the Absol, and then I'm still in there to, hit the Landorus with an Aqua Tail and do a tremendous amount to it. Kill this Metagross, even kill the Togetic, because at the range it was at, Poison Jab would have knocked out the Togetic. So I might have been able to clean up with Scolipede, or done a tremendous amount to Landorus, because I can't OHKO Landorus, but put a real dent in one of his Pokemon, or killed it with Scolipede if I ran Focus Sash instead of the Life Orb. So I'm really disappointed with myself there. I really should have done that. But, this is my first match in a Draft League format. I'm still learning. Now I know for next time, if my opponent has a bunch of setup sweepers, to bring Sash. I was really debating on it beforehand, like I said in the prep video. But yeah, it's going to be GG there. And we are 0-1 to start the season. Shout out to my friend Glasswings here. He's starting the season out right, 1-0. Very, very dangerous team. Very, very dangerous team. Very scary to prep for, very hard to prep for. And I'm sure this will not be the last match he wins. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Next match will come out next Friday. The team builder for next week will come out on Thursday, just like this week. Don't need to worry about that. And I think that's all. Yep, so thanks for watching, and I'm out.